What's up, guys? Sorry that took a little bit longer than normal. Yeah, I screwed up my going live post. Anyway, I was going to be playing with my friend today, but unfortunately we are on different data centers, so I have to wait 90 days to swap over to his. So by that point, the new X-Pack will be out, and me and him will level through the new X-Pack together with whatever we're doing. I also grabbed 2 crafting things off stream. I haven't done the quest for them, I just decided to do the 2 of them. So, yeah. Another aspiring armorer, are you? Welcome, I'm Hanans, Forge Master of this guild. I take it Guahanako has explained to you the history and nature of our craft. Good. I have little to add on that front, save this. The life of an armorer is not an easy one. Day after day you will pit flesh and blood against iron and flame, and without a passion for the forge, you will fail. But passion alone will not make an armorer out of you. To truly master this craft, you must possess of a will as unyielding as the metals you work. Knowing what lies before you, have you the fortitude to persevere? Sure. I see you have no fear of hard work. That is well. Consider your request to join the guild approved. But if you ever give me aught less than your best, you will be out the door before you realize my boot has connected with your backside. Are we clear on that? Good. Now that we understand each other, let us begin with the basics. What is your name? You already know my name. Everyone should know my name in the city by now. Ah, I just realized something. Hold on. I also just missed what she said. Not enough light. That's a bit better. Oh. Boom. Let me know when you feel comfortable with it in your hand and I'll tell you if you're holding it properly. Jandeline. Oh, I've got to fucking see this person anyway. Since you let me guess, you're the balmy fool's lost his tools. Pardon me, the appendages of his very soul. Again, and his thrashing and tossing like the end of days is nigh. The man brings it on himself if he toned down the theatrics and went about his work like an earnest craftsman. I dare say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. No, I'm not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity indeed for having to play audience to his whining. Any road, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him that if he loses these, I'll graft the next pair to his bloody hands. That's leader of the pack. Did blacksmith and armor smithing, because I figured I'm gonna need to make weapons and armor. About time Randwolf sent me a new recruit. Ah, it's been too long. I'm Brithale, Forge Master of the Blacksmith's Guild. If you're aiming to become a smithy worth the name, 'twould be my great pleasure to educate ye on the finer points of the craft. Oh, the rest of these sour-faced bastards will tell ye it's hard, grueling work, fit only for the best and brightest, but I say put a hammer in the hands of the willing and see what happens. What do ye say then, lad? Will ye swing a hammer for old Brithale? Sure. Aha, I knew it. I liked ye the moment I set eyes on ye. What did ye say your name was again? Destruktikus Oronir, a name fit for a hero if ever I heard one. In fact, I reckon I did hear it in a bard's song once. Or was that poor sod cursing in his cups at the wench? Bah, don't matter if it was saving the world or bedding someone's mother. 'Tis time to forge yourself a new reputation, pound out a new legend, and ye can trust old Brithale to help ye do it. But there I go, putting the cart before the chocobo. Here, lad, take this crosspen hammer. A smithy without a hammer is like me without a drink. Bloody useless. Well, don't just stand there gawping at her. Take her in your hands. Have a few practice swings. Whatever you fancy. She's all yours now. Ah, what I wouldn't give to be you right now, lad. A smithy never forgets his first hammer. I need to be like level 10 smithy or some shit, probably. Oh, well. I have to switch over to the hammer. Oh, my gear. Forge Master Brithale wishes to see how well you can handle your new hammer. No, there is a beautiful sight. Never forget, a smithy's hammer is his one true love. Friends will betray ye, lovers will leave ye, but ye hammer will never do you no wrong. God seeing you standing there reminds me of a less ale-sodden version of me, younger self. I'm like naked, dude. Bet on your task. We ain't a congregation of soft-handed scholaries here. Smitten learned by doing. You try a hand at making a bronze ingot, any smithy worth his salt got to master the fundamentals, and you can't get more fundamental than that. It ain't complicated. Bronze is just copper and melted down and mixtured together. So you'll be needing, that's it, copper and tin ore. And seeing as most folk don't carry stuff like that around with them without reason, Smidhamir outside can provide you with some. For a price, that is. What the lad can't sell you, though, is the fire shard you'll need. It ain't complicated, but that don't mean it's easy. You need to melt the metals, after all. And to do that, you need to get them hotter than a flame-kissed whore's crotch. Well, they are pirates. And that's all there is to it. Think you can handle it, lad? To synthesize a bronze ingot for Forge Master Brithel, select logs from the main menu, followed by crafting log. So, crafting log. Bronze ingot. I just need them. Okay, I'm gonna switch back, but all my gear is not equipped now. I think if I'm gonna do that kind of shit, I'll do it off stream. All the forging and whatnot. Can I get rid of them so I'm not tracking them? Where's Sulquib? Up there. Culinary. There they are. You've word from my brother. Ha! The pride of the guild, eh? My brother has placed quite a burden on your shoulders, it seems. But, from what I have witnessed, if any marauder has the skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it is you. And there is, of course, the matter of Sighard's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy, now do you? I feel like the boy should just grow up and take care of it himself. I'm not, like, how can I be a vessel for his vengeance? Whatever. Let us be about this trial, Destruktikus. I shall meet you at the Salt Strand in Lower La Nasia, where your training is to take place. Well, naturally I will be there. Without me, you're likely to forget to tend your wounds and bleed to death. Oh, this sounds interesting. Can I not I don't want to track it. Oh, that's how you do it. I don't mind tracking the other two. I always forget and I run past these fucking teleport crystals. Lower. No, so you can do the leaves. Leader of the pack. Of course. I should have just teleported down there. Morbi Docks. Ooh, I have 7,000 now. Nice. We do need to do the story quest before we do this kind of shit though, because I'm like a bit too far ahead level wise. I don't have my mount yet. My friend that I screwed the server thing up with was telling me I should have the mount already. Because like around level 20 is the mount quest. I don't really care about doing the leave quest at the moment. Well, I suppose I'm going over to the forest area, which will probably cost me a pretty penny to teleport that far. Really need to figure out how to sell items. Well, this should be the place. I don't see. Ah. Do you sense that encroaching aura of violence, Dest? Pray, unlimbered, that axe of yours. Level 29, they think. Jesus. Well, I'm 25, so it's not too bad. That was easy. That seems to be the last of them. Compared to what we have faced before, though, it wasn't terribly. So, this is the indomitable Destruktikus Oronir. Who in the seven hells are you? Wait, is that... We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder, let us test the edge of your steel. I like your armor. No bother. Your axe is cooler than mine too. Oh, it's a lot of them. Someone familiar. Oh, I didn't beat him, you did. With your magic. Seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well, I shall take your measure with mine own blade. I thought I just fought you. Oh man, it like flings out, that's pretty cool. Do not think to show me quarter, Destruktikus, for I shall surely show you none. For I shall surely... Tongue-tied. I just beat him though. Did I miss the fucking thing to dodge that? Or is that just how he's attacking? I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. Aye, it might just be enough. We are done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Your display of prowess was truly impressive, Destruktikus. Worthy indeed. What a ridiculous charade. Did he honestly think we couldn't see through those paltry disguises? Though I am confident my brother's act was not born of malice, rather, he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate his intentions. It is time you return to the guild. Oh, and as a favour to me, pray indulge Weiner's own in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a Marauder's forte. It is quite hot here today, so I will be drinking quite a bit of water, even though I do have air conditioning on. Marauder's Guild. Oh, dropped my phone. Darkness, I have heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strand. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of the overwhelming odds. Your fellow marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. When next he rears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. Yay! New axe. 39 for 39. Materia slots, that's about the same. 765. 767. Every time. It comes with a helmet? Oh, now my hair's not showing. That is very weird. I don't like the green. Whatever. Okay, where do we need to go? Redania. I didn't even see how much that's costing. 309. Nah, that's not too bad. I don't want to be a carpenter. Oh, he's in the fucking house, of course he is. Beaten. That's an odd name. A message from Jandaline, you say. So he's lost another one. Sigh. Does the man not understand that wood doesn't simply grow on... actually, it does. At least in a manner of speaking. But the fact remains that resources are in short supply. For all his flowery words, if his tools were truly an extension of his very being, one would think he'd find a way to hold on to them for more than a fortnight or two. Dandeline's skills are not to be doubted, but his temperament leaves much to be desired. Still, it is not my place to judge. Take this to him and let us both hope that he will right his ways. I need to say alchemists in Uldar whenever I get to Uldar next. Oh, there's no like portal dealies there. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine. Dare I hope that you're an adventurer Baderon sent word about. You are? The matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mayone, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. I didn't equip my axe. Ooh, he looks actually pretty cool now. I haven't got any materia to put in stuff, so I don't know what that's for yet. Oh, they're worse than what I've got. Brief me. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mione, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward. And good day to you too, Bow Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Oh, he's the Bow Lord. I thought that was his fucking, like, name. Lewin. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and wood of the God's River Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat in Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamund, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proved themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices, at our own peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the exile at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to the others to deal with the Lambs of Delmud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Sure. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard post to the entrance. He will appraise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear. May the crystal guide you and keep you. I feel like you missed a word. I don't think you want the crystal to actually keep me. Tamtara Deepcroft. Where the fuck is that? Where the hell am I? I don't need fucking what? This is level 16 and I'm level fucking 25. What? I'll have to go get that place since I'm here. Oh, they're right there. Do I have anything I needed to kill here? I don't think so. Oh. No, it'll all be like the upper area levels, like the level 20-ish areas. Which I'll probably be like level 30 when I hit. I don't like the helmet. It's weird that the thing comes with a helmet. No, I wanted character can breathe. Nope, it's still a... Is that party finder thing still going? No. I love the running when you've got your weapon out. Diamites. The Tamtara Deepcraft. I'm assuming this is just another dungeon. I'm gonna have to kill time for like 5 minutes. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcraft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamund. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the 6th astral era. The cultists took the lesser moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The lands of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of the Lord and Saviour, and that is now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcraft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Erosia at large, put an end to their madness. I gotta repair my gear. I don't even know how to do that. What part? Oh, it would be them. Oh, my rings have broke. Oh wait, no, they're just not equipped. Idiot. About 5-minute wait time. Don't need to kill diamites or anything. Oh, there's a... Might as well do it. Gotta do something while I wait for the dungeon to pop. Looked like he was trying to stomp on me. Nah, they only give you like one stat. Haven't repaired them like ever though. Oh, of course it's a mage up there. Commence. Dungeons! Light party. I don't even know what that means. It's like fucking WoW's dungeon system. Looking for group thing. The Tamtara Deepcroft. The Black Shroud. Ooh, these guys look fancy. I don't understand what you say. Goddamn, tab targeting. This must be all good. That scared the shit out of me. Okay. Feels very like turn-based, kind of, like with how slow it is to get attacks in sometimes. No, I didn't check the thing. Could have rolled neat. They were better than what I have equipped. I think my head item is not equipped. I don't know why. Oh, that's why. It equips over my head for some reason. It's a weird item that it's a body thing that goes over your head. All of this stuff is like too lower level for me. They're pretty like basic dungeons too so far. This one seems to kind of follow a pattern of running into a side thing. Oh, fuck you, of course. Raptor form? Like these guys are like classes above what I am. Is this not the right way? No, it wasn't. I always feel like I'm looking the wrong fucking way, too. Oh, whoa. Thrill of battle. Oh. We did miss that room. I heard someone die, I thought I fucked up. Next time I'm in town, I'll repair that fucking, those earrings and shit. Whoa. No, we still have a little bit to go. I thought that would have been it. Who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel? Interesting. Whoop. Die, squid face. Nice. Cast your lot. That looks pretty cool, actually. Oh, okay, think is not a thing then. My level is no longer synced. Now we go report to the dude. No, wrong button. I'm running the wrong way. for the battles more a buff thing. No, you need dark matter, which I have none of, to repair my shit. How much is it gonna cost to get back there? Because it'll be well quicker. 75. I can afford that. Who do you go to repair shit? I mean, I think it'd be in the Adventurer Guild area. Probably be that hammer. Yeah, repairs. Welcome back, Destruktikus. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the deep craft was a success. Nor did I expect anything else. Betaron's ringing endorsement left me in a little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Oh, Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. I still haven't died yet. I've come close. Ava is gone. It's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah, to the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I am leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. Oh man, like, a bit harsh. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way, of some parting advice, get rid of Avery's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. Oh, I'm so sorry, Avery. Please forgive me. Things like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on missions without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much, at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Uldar. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. Fuck, that looks stupid. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I'll be glad to share the details with you. Well, obviously, it's the next thing I'm doing. What does it matter? They all sell... Well, that sells for 12. So you're not adverse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Uldar. Once you arrive, seek out Mamodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Destruktikus, and good luck. Teleport to Uldar. Why use fucking transport when you can just teleport? I do need to go see that other person first, though. Alchemist Guild person. This city is fucking confusing. Mamodi. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Destruktikus Oronir by any chance? Mione sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. Oh, that ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? I can't wear any of this anyway. Fucking level 27. Gonna be level 30 before I get my mount. I'm calling it now. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale if you would be so kind. Papa Shan. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. It just so happens the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. I am like 6 of you stacked on top of each other. Jesus Christ. So this strapping young lad is the much lauded adventurer, is he? Marvellous, marvellous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papa Shan, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Destruktikus of his mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amgina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at the Copperbell mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatoncheires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, that got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about the Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. It's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. I like the word seething, it's a good word. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is a task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to these sorry business. I don't even like shake my head or anything because of the fucking armor. Oh, I know. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amgina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are ya? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you got skills to go with them. Because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecaton cherries have left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second UAL dynasty was still young. It was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries. Right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. Naught. The stone torches are keeping. Watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Okay. I'm gonna go to the Alchemist Guild in the Hustings Strip. Do I have a... Weaver's Guild should be near it, I think. I don't know, this place is very confusing. Oh, I'm running the wrong way. No, I already have this one. Damn it. Aw. You've come on behalf of Jadeline. Why? I just finished him with a fresh batch of my special creations last week. I realize the man's services are in demand, but it will be physically impossible for him to exhaust the entire supply so soon. Stolen, you say? An unfortunate turn of events. Indeed, if not entirely unexpected. You see, the man is something of a genius, and genius is often misunderstood by modest minds. Trust me, as I speak from extensive personal experience. Yes, great minds must band together in trying times, lest the realm be deprived of our talents, and so I commend you. Deliver this parcel to Jadeline with all speed. You're actually the only one who's kind of said something nice about him. We'll end up back at Lominsa soon, I would imagine. That must be my item level. 17. Look out. Oh, I missed my turn. No. We'll go this way. Another dungeon. Oh. The internet dropped out. Lovely.